It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're underway from Seattle. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. Have him gain up a handful there. And the secondary, Tom Beebe still getting up, making that tackle.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Milroe. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. Getting there for the stop, but giving him about 9 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. The give now to Price. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, knocked down that runner. As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
3rd and short, it's Milroe. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they go up 7-0 here early. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
38-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking the gain at about 25 yards.
Down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
New set of downs from 37. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to fire this one deep down the near sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Working on 2nd down. Herbert. That's complete. David Njoku. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They've got a man in motion. It's Hampton on second. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now, Herbert. And that's incomplete, so the defense forces 4th down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. Dicker connects there, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Milroe to throw. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. And he's making a house call. Pick 6 for Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. Lead now up to a field goal.
Chargers 10, Seahawks 7.
Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Here's Price. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Milroe here on second. Vacates quickly left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Now it's Milroe. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chargers are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. That deficit, that's nothing, Brock. They are right in this game, but they'll make it final if they keep hurting their cause with these interceptions.
Play smart, not scared. That's a mantra that the Colts and Tom Moore and Peyton play smart football, not scared to make a mistake. And right now, he is just making way too many mistakes.
And not the way to go on his first target. That hit him in the hands and falls incomplete. 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And it's off his hands and incomplete, so an opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
For the field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
Dicker connects there. And that'll double their lead to 6.
What a season this guy's had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This will end up as a
The
touchback.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. So this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities.
And he's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23. And now it's going to be 22 yards for them to pick up on this 3rd down.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 13-7 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. They're headed the wrong direction again, and he's dropped. Leonard Floyd. And that's going to force 4th down. Quite a ways to go. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 38-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Slot man motioned over. Herbert now. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Shotgun give to Hampton. He's going to be stopped just a couple yards beyond the line, but that is still good enough for the 1st.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Herbert. He finds Johnston. Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Now Herbert to throw. On a quick slant, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Now Herbert on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. Ridden out of bounds here. Looks like he gained 4 before that. And that gives LA the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Herbert's on 1st and 10. And he's found his target all 4 passes so far on this drive. From the red zone now. And a good defensive play to knock that one out. So we've got 2nd down. Well, he'd be perfect to that point on the drive block. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
On 2nd down, Herbert. And that one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Hampton trying to pick it up. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Herbert now off the play fake. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up for the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Newman Fields coming right up. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hampton. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Hampton. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Left side complete. Gaston has it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Dicker connects there. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. And he's delivering.
And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19, 18. 19, Tiger. Left thing, 19.
To throw, here's Milrow. Hits his running back. So give him 10 before he steps out of bounds. And that's going to be a Seahawks 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
45-yard line.
Milrow looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout.
Brings up
2nd down now, 7 to go.
At their 48-yard line.
Here we go. Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Buffalo 18. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Milrow now to throw. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
By the Chargers.
When you choose not to slide as a quarterback, that's what can happen. And those Predators feel that prey, and they go after. Not only do they want to hit the quarterback, to hit him and knock the ball out, that is just a worthy celebration on that sidelines.
Play action now for Herbert. Connects on the crosser. So give him 10 before he steps out of bounds. And that is good for a Chargers 1st down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Okay, that ground game has been an afterthought so far, and that play tells me that is not going to change anytime soon.
No, you don't want to get one-dimensional, though. I know that's easy for me to teach and preach up here from the booth, but on the field, they've got to find some level of execution.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Escapes out to the left. On the run, deep down the left side. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Man, a little would have done the job, but they threw for a lot there, Brock. Just couldn't make that deep shot work.
Kate, if you look at just about any pass play known to mankind, there's something called an alert. Right? Somebody that's going to clear something out for somebody else, and that was an alert, that was a shot, just didn't hit it.
Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Throw caught by his running back. And he pays off. He gets him that 1st down, Brock. I love it when a team stays aggressive even though they've got the lead, keeping their offense out there to try to add to it. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. We get a timeout here now. Still just 1 second left in the half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yarder. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play, they'll give it to Hampton. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. All right, shorter marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's headed for the ground. They get him at the 35. And that's going to force a 4th and 10. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Price on the give. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Milrow. Fits it through, but contact at the catch point forces that incompletion. Nearly had it over the middle. Instead, just 3rd down now. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Look at that power, deep left side. They connect on the deep shot. And the big play is finally put to an end.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And this is going to line up incomplete. 2nd down.
Guys, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Down on that one. 2nd down is going to end up in a loss of yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Throw left side, complete. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On the RPO, throw to Horton. And he's able to get him pretty close to that marker. Call that a gain of about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They're running for it with Charbonnet. And this is going to end behind a line. A great stop down in close. So let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Let's go. Ready.
Trying for it with Milrow. Buys time, rolling right. And he gets in. Touchdown!
Okay, that is so demoralizing defensively. Defenders in all their lanes. You do just about everything right to stop the 4th down. That QB's legs, they were the X factor. Big-time play.
Myers is good on the extra points. They'll trail by less than a field goal now.
16. Seahawks 14.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So a minute and a half remaining in the 3rd. Here's Herbert. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Now an inside give to Hampton. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing now, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
8-yard pickup.
We call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Here's Herbert now on 1st. And that last throw puts him up near 1,000 yards on this season. Throwing from the gun here. Catch made left side by McConkey. He's going to be hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11. And that's going to make it 1st down Chargers.
We just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They send a tight end in motion. Hampton now up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Herbert. On target here to Njoku. To the sideline and out of bounds, but not before he picks up 22. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Herbert's on 1st and 10, and now he's up over 1,000 yards to begin this season. From the red zone now. Has the hook up again to Njoku. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. David Njoku, his 3rd of the year. Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. That grows their lead to 9.
23. Seahawks 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Milroe to throw. Absolutely fires this one right side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
I'm not going to pretend to be a chess player, but I've watched enough to know, and enough maybe to be dangerous, Kate. And I think you get to a chess match, and you know what the next move is going to be. This defense knows shots are coming, and they were prepared.
This is Cox. That's Cox. He's tackled after a gain of about 13. And that's good for a Seattle 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Milroe now off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offensive line fast.
13 more yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw. Here's Milroe. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. He's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
29 more yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Looking quickly here.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 4-yard line.
Working on 2nd down. Milroe. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Seahawks. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Buying some time right. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. Defender closing in and will take him out of bounds, but not before he picks up 25. And that gives LA the 1st.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much down into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. And any more of those as they trail by a score. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Herbert now. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Herbert now to throw on third. He loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Herbert throwing on fourth down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
Offense in a hurry up here.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Milroe here on second. Looked for a second like he had him, Brock, but he just couldn't hang on. It was a good throw to fit it into double coverage, but too tough through that contact. Third down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Now air it out on third. That's caught for the first. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line. He's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. Jadarian Price. That's his second of the year. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest hesitation for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
Now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And out of bounds he goes after picking up close to 8 yards there. So second and short coming up.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That throw finds Johnston. And a good gain here. 11 yards, it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
Johnston. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Fits it through the middle. Well, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
And the Chargers first down.
Running it with Hampton. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and
He is to throw. Left side complete. Gaston has it. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Setting up to pass. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slipped through. Second down coming up.
You just kind of feel this whole stadium, Kate, about to come unglued one way or another. Some in just glee and happiness, some in rage. That's how close this game has been. One big pass at this point can really decide it at the end.
Back to throw. And this is going to fall incomplete. We made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. So now it's third down.
That incompletion right there, Kate, it does stop the clock, and it gives you a chance. A chance to get in that huddle, regroup, and make sure you just fire your best shots here down the stretch.
Here he is to throw. This one's caught. And in the end, no danger of them actually reaching the marker. He's hauled down well short after a gain of 7. It is fourth down.
A gain of 7, but it's fourth down.
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
The tackle by Derwin.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12.
At the 5-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Price. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. L.A. uses a timeout here. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on third down. He'll look to throw it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. So a rare win for them in coverage there, Brock. Haven't found a lot of success stopping the pass at all game, but they finally take one away there.
One of the rare opportunities today with this group, on a contested ball, they actually knock it away.
That's fielded at the 46. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
On the Seahawks 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Herbert back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're on him right away with that tackle. The stop comes at the 26-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Now Herbert to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Touchdown, L.A.
Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the...
They want to run it across. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the fourth. Now a field goal would only tie this game.
Seahawks 28. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all in that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now it's Milrow. That's Horton with the catch, outright. And given the 1st down here, looks to be an even 20 on that play. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining.
Seven Pirates.
To throw, here's Milrow. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. So they call a timeout. So that is their final one, and with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it, or do they just kick it now? Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Victorious 17. 60 Bison. 60 Bobcats.
Throwing here, Milrow. He's not going to be able to get rid of it, so they got to him. Leonard Floyd. And that is a couple for him today. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on